Well, we made it to the weekend. I guess there's something to be said for that, right? It is supposed to rain all weekend, I think. Well, around here, maybe not where you are. I don't know, but I think we're supposed to be getting the remnants of storm or tropical storm something or another. I don't know. But at any rate, I'm still happy to be at the weekend, whether it rains or not. So, how about that? We've got a handful of things to open tonight, and it's going to be two new things and one old reliable faithful friend that we have. So we'll open a half case of the Leaf football jerseys. We've been opening those for a while and having pretty good luck with them, having a lot of fun. So we'll get into another half case of those. It will be the start of a new case for that. Then we have we had three new products come out today, but I kind of messed up and I didn't get luminaries listed to break, listed to break until Monday night. So what we will open tonight is a case of Absolute Football and a case of Vanguard Basketball. So those both came out today as well. And guys, we have got, for anybody who might be interested, I definitely have one team and possibly two teams in Vanguard Basketball that are going to be available. The Sacramento Kings is one of them because guess what? Yes, it was another one of those wonderful bidders who likes to bid and then they win and then they immediately send you a message and say that they're not going to pay for it. I love those bidders. Yeah, another one of our zero feedback friends that decided to play that game tonight. So for sure, I will have the Sacramento Kings available in Vanguard. Then I've got one other team I'm waiting on that we'll find out when we get a little closer to that break if it has been paid or not. Okay, guys, so before we start breaking tonight, there is a little bit of information to go over. So let's start. This is a break that I'm working on selling directly via chat. If anybody's interested, just shoot me a message over there on eBay. It's a random team break for a box of 2017 Leaf Greatest Hits Baseball. It's not a two-box case because they messed up my order when I ordered this last year, and I've had it sitting here ever since as a result. But it's $50 a spot, but you know what? Each spot gets you two teams in the break. So instead of selling 30 spots, we're going to sell 15 spots, two teams per each bidding spot. Of course, I am also adding as a break bonus an autographed Ahmed Rosario baseball bat. So one team will be awarded that by random.org at the end of that break. And it is, we'll break it when we fill it. And of course, it's if you pull nothing, you get nothing. There's no consolation cards in that break. And like any break, it is a no refund, no return item. So if you're interested in joining that, you see we've got some spots open. We just opened this up a couple of days ago. Shoot me a message. Let me know. We'll get you covered. And okay, guys, feedback, right? Feedback always comes up. So I like to just throw it out there up front. I have mine automated because I am never caught up on anything, it doesn't seem like. So rather than have you wait on me trying to get caught up on feedback, I use the wonders of automation to take care of that for me. So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you should instantly receive it in return. And of course, the second thing and most important thing on that page is a big thank you. I do appreciate everyone who bids and breaks and hangs out and chats with me and all that kind of stuff. We are next rolling into a look at what is coming up here in the days ahead. So this stuff is already listed on eBay. We're going to be breaking it over the course of the next 5 days. So we've got some autographed memorabilia tomorrow night, including another half case of our Gold Rush autographed mini football helmets, a couple of boxes of 2007 Upper Deck Premier, and a full case of 2011 Crown Royal football. Sunday, Hit Parade autographed baseball bat, a half case of 2011 Prime Signatures football, and we'll bust into a second case of Absolute Football. Monday night, we've got some interesting memorabilia. We're going to do another triple play baseball box. We've done several of those. We're also going to give a try to Fourth and Goal football. That has 4 autographed items in it. It is a full-size football helmet, a mini football helmet, a jersey, and a photograph, all autographed, of course. So 4 items all there in one box, so we'll see how that shakes out. And we'll also open a case of Leaf History of Baseball Cut Signature. That product came out Wednesday. I am just going to be breaking it on Monday, however. And I did list that as spot sold by first letter of the last name. So Babe Ruth would go to R, and he is in that product, believe it or not. Ty Cobb to C, etc. We will also open a half case of Luminaries baseball on Monday night. Again, that came out tonight. I messed up. I forgot to list it. We'll break it Monday night. We'll also rip into our final case of Origins on that night. Tuesday night, we'll do some more memorabilia, including the back half of the case of Leaf autographed jerseys that we're going to start tonight. We'll do the back half of the Luminaries baseball case and a third case of Absolute football. Next up is Wednesday, which will be new release day next week. We'll open a full-sized autographed football helmet, a full case of Spectra football, and oh yeah, it's Bowman High Tech time. Woohoo! We're going to open a full case of that as well. So that is what the days ahead look like for tonight. A lot of info on this page. This is the order we're breaking in as well. So it's going to be the half case of football jerseys up first, Vanguard basketball second, Absolute football third. None of these have a ton of cards or items in them, so it's going to go fairly quickly. Even if you're here for Absolute, you don't have too awfully long to wait. Leaf autographed football jerseys, couple of things you need to know. That is a free shipping break. Anytime you do a break with me that is completely free shipping, you can expect it to go out somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 to 7 days after the auction ends. So I'm projecting it to go out no later than Thursday. Often I get them out sooner, but just no later than Thursday. And if you happen to get blanked in the football jersey break and your team does not pull anything, not a card, not a single thing at all, you are entitled to a consolation card. It can be from any year and any series. And what I generally do on these free shipping breaks is I just hold on to those. I do keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period. And then the next time you do pull a card or an item, I just grab all of those consolation cards that you are due and I send them off all at once with that package. If you don't want to wait for that, you'd like for it to be sent out to you right now, send me a message on eBay, let me know, and I will get you taken care of. Our paid shipping breaks tonight, that would be Vanguard Basketball Absolute Football. I'm projecting to get out the door on Tuesday, the 11th. If you happen to get blanked in either one of those, any consolation cards you're due would ship with the rest of that break since it is a paid shipping break. So I think that's all the 411 that you need. Now we're ready to get started. So we are 4 boxes of 2018 Leaf Autograph Football Jersey half case break number 15. And of course, everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Friday night, the 7th of September. So crazy that we're already into September, but there you have it. And of course, format that most of you are familiar with, where we have our team names on one side, the winning bidders across from it on the opposite side. Of course, a new spreadsheet will go up at the start of every break. So if you're not in this one, not to worry. You're going to see your name up there in lights shortly. Last but not least, I did just change the focus. I took off autofocus, and that is why you saw the background go out of focus for a minute. All right, I got to get caught up in chat. You all have been busy tonight. So Scott's here, Eves is here, Ruben's here. Ruben, I may have an open spot. Well, I definitely have an open spot in Vanguard basketball for the Sacramento Kings because the person who bid on it already said they're not going to pay for it. It ended at $93, I think, on that case of Vanguard. So that for sure is open, Ruben. And then we'll see how it, goes from there. I know Ruben says daddy's homie. He's adopted 2 girls, so Ruben's a new daddy. And Raylan, you're interested in buying into one of these tonight too. So are you guys both after the Kings? So kind of somebody give me some feedback there. Pat is asking me, are we good for the Vikings and Absolute? And welcome to the break, Viking Pat. Skol. Let me see. I think so. I think we're good for you. Yeah, we're good on all the Absolute. So you are in excellent shape and welcome, Pat. Greg is here, and let's see, anybody else asking me anything I need to know? Anybody? Is Spectra like basketball? Spectra is, the Spectra that's coming up next week, guys, is football. Spectra basketball, of course, we already have opened. And Randy, Randy says it's odd that somebody wouldn't want to pay. Oh, Randy, I wish that were the case. Sadly, that is not the case. I'm opening up our case of jerseys right now, guys. We're going to number these on the end and use random.org to determine which 4 we open tonight versus which 4 get opened in the next break. But yeah, Randy, you know what happens, I think, sometimes, and especially I could tell that's what happened with this guy, because he goes, oh, I didn't mean to win it. That's what his message said. So some of these people, especially people like that, new zero feedback people, they get on there and they're just jacking around, and they're just trying to find out what somebody else's max bid is, and they run it way up, and then the next thing you know, they're the high bidder. And I guess they find out the hard way that you can't cancel your bids when you're bidding with a few minutes left to go in the auction. eBay doesn't allow it. Then they get stuck with the bid. And then they don't get stuck with it. They stick me with it, more to the point. Then that's when you get the messages saying, oh, yeah, I'm not going to be paying for that. But please cancel the order for me because I don't want to have any unpaid item strikes. You know, it's like, for real, people? But anyway, we work our way around it, don't we? So this is pretty simple here. I'm just going to type in the 1 through 8, and I will hit random 1 single time. The first 4 numbers that come up, we're going to open those corresponding 4 boxes. So it gives us 5, 4, 7, and 8. 4, 5, 7, and 8 coming up tonight. All right, well, 1, 2, and 3 we know can go away. So let me get these out of the way here. I'm going to get them back in their case. So bear with me for a second so that we can roll on down the line. There's 4, 5. Let me take out 6, 7, and 8. And I'm going to move these off out of the way. You can see I got the right ones there. But I can't, you know, they get in my workspace and it makes me a little bit crazy. Just ever so slightly crazy. All right, so here we go. You have Ray is asking, who is Golf Pro? Golf Pro is one of our regular bidders in here. I don't know. I don't think I should probably give out like his whole name. He might not like that. We are starting off with what else? A Pittsburgh Steeler, baby. Because you know that's making my night happy. Even though I'm stuck with a big old bid for the Sacramento Kings, this makes my night happy. It is Mr. Antonio Brown for the Steelers. It is leaf authenticated hologram and the little credit card type authentication. The only knock on that is it is that super ugly Bumblebee jersey. Absolutely hate those Bumblebee jerseys. Makes me crazy. Ruben, what keeps getting taken? You said you tried to sell something on eBay, but it keeps getting taken down. What got taken down? Nicholas is here. Nicholas, I haven't seen you in forever. How you been, man? Have you been having happy Steelers hits, or have you still been having to save money for the trip that your wife and your son are headed on? We have Keenan Allen out next. Keenan Allen is a Charger. If we can get that out of the way, maybe you can see a signature if I can slide that out of the way. So there is Keenan Allen, and again, Leaf authenticated hologram sticker and the Leaf credit card type COA on that. Oh, Nathaniel, you said it happened to you on something. You forgot and put a decimal point on something. Yeah, that's brutal. This person, though, that I was talking about, they didn't forget the decimal point. They literally just said they didn't mean to win it. And it wasn't some crazy bid amount like what you're talking about. You know, you mean to enter $1,500 and they enter, I mean, you mean to enter $15 and enter $1,500. It wasn't that. No, they just really literally said they did not mean to win it. Like, you know, so I'm like, are you kidding me? That's crazy. Steve Largent. Hey, there's a flashback for the Seahawks. A Hall of Famer for sure. JSA authenticated, the paper and the JSA sticker, which is a good time to remind you that if one of these is coming to your house, please make sure that you find the COA, whatever it may be, paper or the little plastic one, before you toss everything out. Because usually I put that stuff kind of folded up inside the jersey to keep it all nice and safe and sound. But then you're going to get the jersey and be all excited and take it out of the bag and whip it open to look at it, and that stuff's going to go flying. So I'm just saying, make sure you find it, please, before you toss everything. Okay, we have, wow, Steelers, wow. Steelers just had a quite exceptional half case break. Not only did you pull Antonio Brown a second ago, now you have Hines Ward, which is a fantastic hit. So there is your Hines Ward signature, your hologram leaf authentication sticker, and there's your paper, or your rather plastic COA. So the Steelers kind of, well, not kind of, the Steelers had a great break right there. Somebody is asking me when we're going to do absolute. You probably, I'm guessing you weren't logged in when we did the rundown a minute ago, but it is the jerseys, which we're just finishing up. Then we're going to do Vanguard basketball, which I'm guessing will probably take 20 or 30 minutes. And then we will be doing absolute football right after that. Okay, guys, this is Keenan Allen for the Chargers, recapping our jersey hits. Antonio Brown for the Steelers, nice hit on an ugly bumblebee jersey. Another hit for the Steelers, which is super rare that we would have two out of one case, but nonetheless, somebody should play the lottery tonight, because they also got a Hines Ward. And then the nice Hall of Famer here, Steve Largent for the Seahawks, the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, let me get these jerseys safely put out of the line of fire here so they don't get lost in all these boxing cases I'm getting ready to dump in the floor. So give me 1 second and I will be right back. Okay, so we're getting ready to go into Vanguard basketball. So does anybody want the Kings? Or am I just going to be having a spot in this break that I didn't intend to have with the Kings? So if anybody wants to let me know. Nicholas, you did a couple of breaks of absolute and you got... Uh-oh, where did it go? I just lost it. You got skunked. Oh, and in one of them. In the second one, you got 6 hits. Very nice. And a couple of jerseys, and very, very nice. I like it. And let's see here. You guys have got a lot of messages in here tonight. I can't keep up. Cannot keep up. Okay, so the Kings. Trent, you're asking what the cost is. The last bid amount on the Kings that my friend Zero Feedback Bidder did not pay me for was $93 was the last bid amount. So, you know, obviously I'm not going to charge you shipping or anything at this point. If anybody wants to pick that up, please let me know, because we are getting ready to roll into Vanguard. And I'm also going to check here in a second. There was another unpaid team. I'm going to see if that has been paid as soon as we look at the spreadsheet again here. Or actually, while you're looking at the spreadsheet, I'm going to check that. So once again, guys, anticipating a shipment on Tuesday for Vanguard that is coming up. And we will, if you happen to get skunked in Vanguard, any consolation cards that you're due would ship with the rest of your break. And it looks like I do have another unpaid team in this break. This break's kind of cursed, isn't it? The other unpaid team in here is the Rockets, and looks like the Rockets went for 28. The Kings were at 93. So if anybody wants either of those, speak now or forever hold your peace. All right, so I'm looking to see here. Is there, so Ruben, you're out, you're saying no. Trent says no. Okay. All right, so then I guess then that we are just moving onward and upward, and I guess I got a little skin in the game tonight then, don't I? Okay, guys, so we have coming up for Vanguard basketball. It is a full case. This is break number 1. It just came out tonight. And of course, I guess I need to make a little adjustment here, don't I? So we'll get that fixed up. And everything else is just like you would expect it to be, with the teams on one side and the bidders across from it on the other, with 2 unpaid spots in there. So, oh well, maybe something good will come out and make me happy. At least there's lots of the old ex-UK players on the Kings, right? So at least I got a shot at getting something from players that I collect anyway, right? So we'll see. Okay, guys, so 6 boxes of Vanguard. I only bought the 1 case of it because I think we talked about this maybe a little bit earlier in the week. It's a new product. It's super high-end, though. It was a quite pricey little case to be no more cards than what it is. And so we're going to have to see what we can do with it. But I only bought 1 case because I just wasn't sure. On this new stuff, when you start getting up into those prices that are, you know, approaching $2,000 and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, I don't really want to load up on that because we don't know exactly what we're going to find. Randy's looking for the Lakers. Randy, I hope we find you some Lakers. Oh, Ruben, I thought you said that you did not want these teams, but you are interested in them, yes? For the Kings and the Rockets, is that correct? Am I reading that right? Let me know if that's the case, and if so, then we'll wait before we open the pack and get that squared away. Yes, you do want them. Okay. All right, then hang on 1 second, guys. I've got to do a couple of little odds and ends here. We have got to, first of all, make sure that everything is as it should be. They're both still unpaid, so I'll have to cancel both of those orders. And Ruben, I've got to send you a PayPal thing. Do you still have my email address, Ruben, by chance, from earlier this week? If you do, the easiest thing would be for you to just like jump in there and shoot it over to me. If you don't, then I will make you an invoice right now. So just let me know. Meanwhile, I've got to get these other 2 orders canceled real quickly here on eBay, since those people are not going to be hanging on to their teams. You do still have it. Awesome. That is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so let's cancel these. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just getting both of these things canceled here, so that, you know, obviously, since we're reselling it, I don't want to leave these other people on the hook for it. And see, this is how those bad bidders, like Mr. Zero Feedback Bidder, this is how he gets to keep his good rating and all that, because people will go sell around him, and then he gets his order canceled, and it's like he never did anything. Although, really, what he in fact did was bid and not pay and say he wasn't going to pay. It's crazy. All right, 1 more to do, guys. As soon as I get this last one canceled, then we're going to be good to go. So just give me a second here to finish that. I'm sorry for the little lull. Our lovely unpaid, or our lovely non-paying bidder we can thank for that. Non-paying bidders, too, plural. All right, let's get, where is this? Gotta find where that guy, and you know, that's the other thing. They ask to cancel it, and they don't even send you the thing that says, the form, where you can just click one thing and be done. No, never that lucky. Okay, so that is all taken care of. Ruben, you are all squared away. Yes, we're good to go. We're moving forward, other than I need to plug you into the spreadsheet in here. So let me get that done real quickly. This is going to be Second Chance Ruben. And we'll copy it from there and paste it up there. I'll put that up again, Ruben, at the end of the break. You know I can't put it up again right now because I've already got those packs sitting on the table, so I can't really take the camera off of that particular view. But I will put that up there again, showing that it's yours at the end, okay? All right, so I think we are good to go, and we're ready to take a look at this. Thank you, Ruben, for picking those up. I appreciate it. Nicholas, you did a National Treasures break, and you got a Hines Ward autographed jersey to 25, a Samuels 5 of 5 with a piece of the bowl patch. Very nice. Trent, I would love to give that non-paying guy negative, but you know what? I can't. You can't. Because I have to, again, see, this is how they get away with things, because you had to go in and cancel the order, so because I sold it elsewhere, so it lets him completely off the hook. Isn't that crazy? Randy, you got a box of Absolute and pulled a 1 of 1 Kamara. Very nice. Very nice. All right, so let's take a look here at Vanguard. These are actually pretty cool cards. From what I understand, these are, they made a Vanguard in some other sport, like, I don't know, 20 years ago or something. And so it's the same kind of card design from that, just applied to basketball. Redemption, we'll look at it at the end. For the Golden State Warriors, it's Zaza Cosmic Force autograph. And that is numbered to 99. I believe most of these are going to be hard signed. This is to 99. It is Thaddeus Young and the Pacers. We've got a relic and autograph with that one. And again, hard signed on it as well. Lonzo Ball, baby, for the Los Angeles Lakers, numbered to 99. I believe someone had a call for the Lakers, didn't they? Yeah, they did. That was you, Randy, right? I think so. Ha ha ha. Pretty sweet. Now you can sit back and just enjoy the rest of the case, because you're like, whew, there's my hit. Oh, Nicholas, you said that Vanguard was originally a Pacific product. Okay, so that would make sense then, that it would have been back around in 2000 or something like that, I guess, around that time frame. Our base card is DeAndre Jordan to 49 for the Clippers. So that is one kind of cool thing. There are only 49 base card sets that you can possibly put together, because every base card is numbered to 49. So you can never have more than 49 complete sets of base if you're into that sort of thing. Cedric Maxwell, that is numbered to 25. For the Celtics, you got a little throwback ink and relic there. Luke Kennard, the ever-present Luke Kennard for the Detroit Pistons, is next out. And what is that number 249? I missed the number the first time around. Well, look at that, Ruben. You've been handsomely rewarded for picking up the Kings, because you have a hit here, numbered to 99, Jason Williams. So the Mojo is rewarding you for being kind enough to come in and pick up those unsold teams. So thank you for that once again. And here is a Bogdanovic to 49 for the Kings. Nice little rookie hit there for Bogdanovic. Another redemption. Holy cow, lots of redemptions in here, huh? BJ Armstrong. This one is numbered to 15 for the Bulls. Nice patch. Nice 3-color patch. And Everything thus far has been hard signed. I'm going to assume it's that way throughout the product. We hope, anyway. Here comes Harrison Barnes to 49 for the Dallas Mavericks. Oh, this next one makes me happy. It's the big man, Big Bam Adebayo to 99 for the Miami Heat. Oh, and that's on a cool card set, too. I like that. The Vanguard press. That's cool. Actually, you know what? That's my favorite card right there so far. I like that card design. It's kind of cool. All right, we have a base card for the Golden State Warriors. It is numbered to 25. Draymond Green. The Rockets are getting involved. This is Kenny Smith, numbered to 25. Kenny's autograph looks pretty cool on there, doesn't it? I don't really ever know if I've seen a Kenny Smith autograph before that was hard signed, but he has a nice use of the available space. We'll say it like that. Avery Bradley and the Clippers to 99. Well, so far, I mean, I like this card design, and these are nice, thick, good quality cards. I like this brand so far. TJ Leaf and the Pacers. I forgot to see what it was numbered to, didn't I? It's to 99. It's down there in that lower right corner. Uh-oh. Numbered to 25 for the Utah Jazz. Donovan Mitchell. Boom. Yeah, Jazz. There it is. Not only is it Donovan Mitchell hard signed and a relic, oh yes, it's numbered to 25. That is a 2 and a 5, making somebody a lot of money right there. Donovan Mitchell did a big signing for Panini this past week, and he signed like so much stuff, all of his outstanding stuff, and a lot of stuff for upcoming products as well, they said. So if you are waiting on redemptions for Donovan Mitchell, they should be showing up about any time. AD to 25 for Nola. This is to 25 as well. It is Andre Drummond in focus. I like that card design as well. I like Vanguard. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I'd never seen it really before in person, so I didn't know how I was going to feel about it, but I do like it. For the Hawks, Tyler Cavanaugh. And it is numbered to 99 as well. Was also down there in that lower right-hand corner. Oh, here's a legend. Bill Walton to 99. That is for the Blazers. A nice little Cosmic Force Bill Walton for Portland. How young. Dennis Smith Jr., the Mavericks are happy. Numbered to 49. With, of course, your nice rookie from the 17-18 season. 1 pack left and 3 redemptions. Ruben says that TJ Leaf, not only is TJ Leaf in everything, he pulled TJ Leaf out of Garbage Pail Kids. That's how much TJ Leaf is in everything. That's funny, Ruben. This is numbered to 25. It's Dwayne Wade for the Miami Heat. Another redemption. We have quite a stack of those now. 4 of them. The Cavaliers are getting involved. This is numbered to 99, and it is Mark Price. Wow. Who would have thought that, huh? Not every day you're pulling Mark Price. And the ever-present Luke Kennard comes out a second time, numbered to 49 for the Pistons, but it is on the cool little Vanguard press this time, so that's nice. And for the Magic to 49, Tracy McGrady, another throwback. So the Magic get involved late, but you know what? We're not done. We have 4 redemptions left to look at. And here's hoping that they are huge, huge hits. And the reason I put these in sleeves, sometimes people are like, well, they're redemptions. Why do you put them in sleeve? Because it totally doesn't matter. Well, because I like to write on them. That's why. And I used to just write directly on the redemption because I always kind of figured, like, really, who cares? All you're doing is scratching off a little box and entering a code online. But, oh man, some guy, like, went nuts on me one night about writing on his redemption. And, oh, he was very upset about it. So I kind of decided from that point on, well, maybe I'll just write on the sleeves instead. And we have Frank Mason III, and that is Prime Prospect Signature Purple. We'll go to the checklist and find out what all these are numbered to as well. Malik Monk, that's a nice one. Rookie signatures for the Hornets. Devin Harris in Focus. Let's try that again. In Focus Purple. That's what I was trying to say. And Kevin Love. Wow, that's cool too. Postseason Heroes Autograph Materials Gold on the Kevin Love. So, here we go. We're going to roll right over here to the Panini checklist I'm going to bring you along with. And we're going to find out what all of our fabulous redemptions are numbered to. Will this be under, I guess they'll have this under 2017, right? I guess. I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? Yeah, okay. It's so confusing because they released that one 2018 product in the middle of finishing up, not in the middle of, I guess, but in the midst of finishing up their 2017 stuff. So it's kind of weird. But Panini has a strange calendar when it comes to basketball. So card number 4 is our Kevin Love, and it is going to be numbered to 10 for the Cavs. I thought it was probably going to be pretty low numbered given that it said gold, but to 10 is really quite nice. All right, we are now looking for In Focus Autographs Purple. There we go. Card number 28. That is numbered to 25 on the Devin Harris. So I'm labeling these up as we go, so bear with me. We are heading now into rookie signatures, just plain rookie signatures for Malik Monk. And where are you, Malik? Card number 107. It is going to be numbered to 99. And then our fourth and final redemption out of this product is Frank Mason III Prime Prospect Signatures Purple. That sounds like it'll be low numbered too, doesn't it? Sounds like it will be. Card number 143. Frank Mason is numbered to 25. So, Ruben, you did okay, man. You did okay. That was a nice little pickup for you there. So, as always, I appreciate you picking up these orphan teams, which you so kindly do for us from time to time. I'm trying to get us back on the right page. I finally managed to succeed. It took me a minute. Okay, so. Ruben says he knew I was bad at pronouncing player names, but apparently the word focus gives me problems too. Yeah, well, that's a pretty good one, Ruben. That's a good smackdown right there. Frank Mason III, Prime Prospect, Signatures Purple, numbered to 25 on that redemption for the Kings. And then we have a Devin Harris in Focus. I got it right that time. Autographs Purple, numbered to 25 for the Nuggets. The Cavs hit with the very nice Kevin Love Postseason Heroes Autograph Materials Gold, and that, of course, to 10. And then finally, the Malik Monk Rookie Signatures for the Hornets to 99. So those are our 4 redemptions from Vanguard. Now let's buzz back through what we have live here. Tracy McGrady for the Magic. Then Dennis Smith Jr. for the Mavericks. Luke Kennard and the Pistons. For the Cavs, it is Mark Price. Very nice Bill Walton for the Trailblazers. This is the In Focus, so I'm assuming our redemption will look very similar to what this card looks like, the In Focus redemption. That was for the Pistons. The Clippers with a nice little relic and signature. And then we have a high voltage for the Rockets with Kenny Smith. The big man, Bam Adebayo for the Heat. Harrison Barnes. And who was this on here? Oh, B.J. Armstrong. I'd forgotten who that was. Jason Williams out for the Kings on that one. Next up, we have Tyler Cavanaugh for the Hawks. That handsome Donovan Mitchell /25 for the Jazz. That's an excellent hit, of course. TJ Leaf and the Pacers. Another rookie signature. That is Luke Kennard again for the Pistons. The Celtics did not go home empty-handed. They have Cedric Maxwell. And the Lakers sure didn't go home empty-handed either. They have a nice Lonzo Ball numbered /99. And then the Thaddeus Young for the Pacers. And finally, the first out for tonight was Zaza for the Golden State Warriors. So there we go. That is Vanguard basketball. The one and only case I have is now broken and in the books. So we're headed now into, what are we headed into? Absolute football. Gosh, I had to think about that. I had to think about that a minute. Isn't that bad? It kind of is. It's been one of those days, though, I tell you. It's been like a Monday, except it's Friday. So I don't know what's happening with that. But at last, we are headed into a 10-box case of Panini Absolute Football. And, of course, once again, projecting it to go out the door on or before Tuesday. Most likely on Tuesday, but if I can get it out faster, I certainly will do so. And I don't really think anybody will get skunked in Absolute. If you should happen to pull nothing at all, not even a base card, any consolation card or cards that you are due will be shipped out with the rest of the break, since it's a paid shipping break. And of course, it too ended tonight on eBay, the 7th of September. Same format. Teams on one side, your name up in lights, or rather your eBay username is up in lights across from your team on the right-hand side there. Randy, I did not look at the checklist for Vanguard. The reason that I know that that you can only do 49 complete base sets is because that was in the marketing materials that Panini circulated, that they were only producing 49 complete base sets is all that would be available across the entirety of Vanguard. So if you are like a set builder or whatever, there are certainly people who are set builders, and it'll be kind of challenging, I think, because it's such an expensive high-end product, and then you're only talking about 49 for each of those base cards in total. So I think it'd be kind of challenging to round it all up unless you go the eBay route. It's certainly not the kind of product where I think people are going to be, buying it and having it shipped to their house and opening it all up at their house. Not at that price, I wouldn't think. I mean, you never know, but I wouldn't think so. Scott, anytime you are looking for a checklist, I can give you a couple of suggestions. Of course, if it's Panini or if it's Topps, they're going to have it on their own website. That's one thing. But the other thing I can tell you is there's lots of websites out there that will take the checklist right after Topps or Panini publishes them, and they will break them down into teams, and then they'll publish them that way to make it an easier reference point for people doing breaks. And I personally use the most the one called Group Break Checklists. That's the name of the website, Group Break Checklists with an S on the end.com. There are plenty of others, though. I mean, I think there's like Break Ninja, and there's several others that do the same thing. I just would say Group Break Checklists is probably one of the easier ones to use. And they usually get it up there pretty quickly, too. So, as you can see, Absolute Football, their favorite thing is to waste as much packaging as possible. So our master box has 3 mini boxes, and each of our 3 mini boxes has these weird clear cellophane packs. It's been that way as long as I can remember for Absolute Football. They always do it like that. Nobody likes it like that, but that's how they do it. So there you go. So that's what we're going to spend most of our time doing, is getting everything out of the packaging. That's the majority of our time in this. Buckeye for Fun, you said you are working on some Bengals mojo and you got a package today. Yay. Randy is looking for Patriots, Bills, and 49ers mojo. And Nicholas, you know what? I didn't find that out until just today, that there is no glass card case hit. Like, I just assumed it would be in there. And then I looked at the final marketing materials and realized that they did not put in the glass card case hit this year. I was really bummed. That's always been such a staple of Absolute. Numbered to 25, it's Gronk for the Patriots. Josh Rosen for the Arizona Cardinals, starting us off right. That is numbered to 365. You've got the trio of relics, and the majority of these are probably going to be the sticker autos. If we do have something that's on card, I will for sure jump in there and let you know that it is hard signed. But in the absence of something telling you that, you can assume that it is, in fact, a sticker. Boss Hogs. This is a nice little insert that's always fun to see, although it used to say Ball Hogs, I think, in older years. This is Corey Davis and the Titans, Tennessee Titans. Sam Darnold for the Jets makes an appearance, numbered to 99 with a relic. Got a seam or something in it too. It's got a little raised kind of bump there, so a little bit of a seam or something there with your Darnold. Numbered to 100, that is Keenan Allen and the Chargers. The Giants have Sterling Shepard. And Sterling Shepard is numbered to what? 10. Ah, nice. 7 of 10. Piece of the football, piece of the uniform, and your autograph. And you know we're not going to ever open a product for this rookie year 2018 without finding at least one Kalen Ballage. So he's out early tonight to 99 for the Dolphins with a nice 4-color patch, as it turns out. If anybody is interested in those kid reporter cards, you know, it's that little sweepstakes. You can go on and fill out a thing to enter your kid for a chance to go be a reporter at the Super Bowl. Feel free to just write those codes down as you see them go by. I only save those cards to use them for packing purposes. So feel free to grab those codes if you see them. Ruben, if you would like your newly adopted daughters to have a chance at being Super Bowl sideline reporter, have at it, man. Write down some of those codes and sign them up. We'll hope for the best. That would definitely be fun, because I'm thinking they would let you go too, right? I mean, they'd have to, right? They're not going to just send the kid on their own. So you could get a free trip to the Super Bowl and be hanging out in the locker room and all that kind of stuff. That might be the way to go, man. I'm just kind of thinking that if they're of the right age, which I can't remember what age you told me they were, but I want to say they're probably within the window of time that it would be appropriate to have them sign up for that. All right, this is numbered to 100 for Jameis Winston. The Green Bay Packers. Yeah, Jamon Moore. I hate his signature so much. It's so lazy. It's so lazy. It's just the J and the apostrophe. I always really feel very unhappy when I see his signature for that reason. Dalvin Cook and the Vikings. Relic. And of course, he was on track. That's to 199. Yeah. He was on track to have a nice year last year, of course, when he went down with the knee. So be interested to see how he comes back. Nick Chubb and the Cleveland Browns. And that is numbered to 399. Well, Nicholas, I don't disagree with you. Juju Smith-Schuster does not have what I would call a stellar example of a signature either, but he at least gives you a little bit of a kind of a wavy line or something after the J, like he's half trying to sign it or something. You know, I don't know. Somehow it makes me feel better if we have more than just one letter, but anyway. Richie James is our signature standout. I thought this would be maybe numbered, but I don't see a number on it, so I guess, in fact, it was not. Nelson Aguilar, Philly. Numbered to 75. Yeah, you know they're going to be using that Philly special more now, right? I mean, they've already whipped it out here in week 1, so you know there's going to be more Philly coming this year. But Nick Foles, he did look a little bit out of sorts, didn't he? I mean, I didn't get to see the whole game, and I was flipping back and forth a lot between that and the U.S. Open anyway. But what I saw of it was pretty hard to watch. It was not a particularly well-played game on either side. But we're just going to kind of strike that up to, you know, first week jitters or whatever. Got to knock the rust off. Meanwhile, I don't know, you know, I keep telling you all that I think the Browns are going to be pretty good this year. I laugh as I say that because they've only won one game in 2 years, but they look like they're going to be pretty good this year, and I am really not going to necessarily be surprised if they come in and beat my Steelers week 1. I hope that they don't, but yeah, I have this kind of nagging feeling that they're going to. And I don't usually get that feeling. I usually, not even just with the Browns, I usually just always think Steelers are going to win. No matter what, Steelers are going to win. That's how I always approach that. But for some reason, I just have one of those weird little, whatever you want to call it, about this week 1 game with the Browns. That's numbered to 100. It's probably because I watched too much Hard Knocks. That's probably the reason. Hard Knocks has got me all messed up in regard to the Browns. Kerryon Johnson and the Detroit Lions. That is numbered to 99. Triple relic and autograph. Oh, Michael, you said you're a diehard Bears fan and you've got some light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, and it's called Khalil Mack, for one thing. Of course, you've also got Mitch Trubisky and I mean, you look pretty good with your young core, but man, picking up Khalil Mack was colossal. Carson Wentz, how about a little 1-of-1 printing plate for Mr. Carson Wentz and the Eagles? Always like pulling the 1-of-1s. Iconic ink for the Rams. Didn't somebody say something about the Rams earlier? I think they did, but maybe it was in the jerseys. That is Eric Dickerson and Vince Ferragamo. That's really a pretty awesome hit if you're a Rams fan. Like, you're not going to pull that every day. It is numbered to 50. Followed by, hey, guess what? Another hit for the Rams. This one is Jared Goff with a relic. Randy, you said you're going to take the under in the Steelers game? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what to expect. Here for the Vikings, it is Jake Weineke, and I think he got cut, didn't he? Did he get cut? I think he did. I might be wrong, but I believe he did. Next out, Curtis Samuel. This is a very thick card, so it should be a pretty good relic on the other side for the Panthers. Well, it's to 99. I kind of thought it was going to be just based on the thickness of the card, I thought it might be a little more exciting of a relic, but I guess it's because it was the piece of the football. Nicholas, you said that's the second one of those you saw pulled today. I'm assuming you're talking about the iconic ink for the Rams. Is that what you were making reference to? Or were you thinking of something else? Randy, I think you're right. I think it will probably be a rainy, windy day on Sunday, at least for most places in the eastern part of the country, because we've got all these tropical storms churning around everywhere and bringing what's supposed to be bringing lots of rain. Frankly, I could use some rain, but I haven't gotten any. But yet my mother, who lives probably 3 miles from me, something like that, 3, no more than 5, probably 3. She got a ton of rain yesterday. I didn't get any. Isn't that so strange? It's so close. One person's getting like an inch of rain, the other person's getting nothing. But anyway, they are calling for rain, I think, all throughout the area this weekend. So I would assume it will affect Steelers-Browns game on Sunday. Signature standouts, Bo Scarborough for the Cowboys. Got to get those boys going. The Rams hit again. Another Jared Goff relic of some sort headed your way. Oh, that's nice. A quad relic and numbered to 60. That's a pretty cool looking card. Have a lot of variety in your relics there. We're not going to argue with that for sure. Tennessee Titans have a little signature here for Luke Falk. And I think he got cut as well, which I was kind of surprised, but I think he got cut too. Maybe they put him back on the practice squad. I didn't look at the practice squad. Darius Geis and the Redskins to 99, 2-color patch. Of course, that's a buy and hold. That's to 100. Since he's out for the year, we won't know what you've got with Darius Geis until after next year. Nicholas, you also saw the Fran Tarkenton and Rich Gannon out of the same case. Wow. Mike White for the Dallas Cowboys. It is numbered to 399. Nicholas says Luke Falk got signed to the practice squad of the Dolphins. Okay. Of course, obviously, guys, the card is still going to go to the team that you see listed on the card as it normally would. So I don't want to cause anyone any confusion in that regard. I'm just kind of generally talking about, you know, players if I remembered them being cut. And then if someone knows where they've gone, that kind of thing. But, of course, that Luke Falk will go to the Titans because that's the team that's printed there on the card. I always feel like I have to clarify that sort of stuff because sometimes, you know, somebody might be new to breaks and not entirely sure how it works or something like that. I don't want to send anybody away confused. Greg, thank you, Greg. You also were typing in, I think, about the same time that Nicholas was, that Luke is down in Miami these days, hanging out with the Dolphins. That might not be a bad fit for him. I mean, they definitely probably need a few other quarterback options down there to be in development in Miami. What I want to know is what's going to happen with Teddy Bridgewater. I thought Teddy Bridgewater would probably be traded to some place that would start him week 1. But, of course, they traded him to the Saints, so he's not going to be starting week anything unless Drew Brees gets hurt, which seems kind of a waste, man, because Teddy Bridgewater, before he got hurt, man, that guy was good. And I hate to think that he's just going to be pining away on somebody's bench, but I guess he is for the moment. Anyway, John Kelly and the Rams. Chargers up next. It is Mike Williams, numbered to 99. That is numbered to 100. Joe Flacco and the Ravens. An iconic ink, Burt Jones. Wow. For the Colts. That's traveling back in time a bit, isn't it? Dalvin Cook out again for the Vikings. Numbered to 199 with the relic. Darius Geis for the Redskins making another appearance. That one has a signature to go with it, though. Oh, and it's numbered to 10. Quad relic signature to 10. Nice little hit there for the Vikes. Yeah, I still have to decide what to do about that game. I need to pull up that Vikings home schedule. My friend, her cousin, Harrison Smith is her cousin, defensive player for the Vikings. She said I could pick out any game on their schedule and that we would go to Minnesota and watch Harrison play. Of course, I don't like cold weather, right? So I'm just thinking, ooh, I should have picked one of these really early games because Minnesota is cold in the winter. So I don't know, but I probably need to pick out one of the earlier ones anyway if I'm going to do it. Or wait until they travel somewhere warm and say, yeah, let's not go to the home game. Let's go to the away game. I don't think that'll fly. I think we have to go to the home game. Pat, you're going to be at week 17, Bears at Vikings. It'll be really cold by week 17, though, Pat. Like, I gotta find a warm weather game. Otherwise, I have to say, I really enjoy watching it on the big TV from my comfy, warm house. I just hate cold weather. I am the worst at that sort of thing. I do not enjoy anything about cold weather. Your sister lives in Minnesota and went up for the Packers game last year. Oh, and it was when Rodgers broke his collarbone. Oh, man. Yeah, that would not be the game you would want to go see if you were the Packers fan, because that was, of course, unfortunate. That was numbered. I didn't notice it to 65 until I was getting ready to move it over into our base card stack. Uh-oh, Browns. Baker Mayfield, baby. Yeah, there you go, Browns. It's numbered to 399, but you have quad or triple relics and signature on it, so still a very nice hit there for the Browns. I hear my little girl cat down there. She has trapped the kitten under something, I can tell, because the kitten is like growling, trying to get my attention. That is numbered to 5. It's Greg Olsen and the Panthers. So I hope she doesn't kill him while we're doing a break. She kind of knows. She knows when I'm occupied that that's her best chance to go try and kill him. And that's what she does. DeMarcus Walker for the Broncos. T.Y. Hilton and the Colts. T.Y. Hilton is numbered to 199. Pat says warm inside the house of pain. Yeah, I guess, but warmer inside my own house. Tyler Lockett for the Seahawks. And that is numbered to 35. When Tyler Lockett was a rookie, it seemed like we pulled a ton of him, didn't it? Now he's working his way back to join us again. Those are nice relics, though. Got a 2-color over there on the one side, and as a whole, I like that card. Corey Coleman. The Browns are going to have another hit headed their way to join Baker Mayfield. You have a little Corey Coleman to 75. Looks like what, maybe part of a tennis shoe, part of the jersey, and then the football? Or maybe part of a glove. I don't know why I think shoe. Might be glove. It was just a thicker card, so I was thinking shoe. See, I told you the longest part about Absolute is getting all the cards out of these stupid mini boxes. And you know 2/3 of that doesn't even get recycled. It's just going somewhere in the garbage. So much wasted materials. but it is the staple, the hallmark, if you will, of Absolute. It always comes this way. Greg, what were you asking me earlier about Spectra Football? You had a question, I think, about Spectra Football earlier, didn't you? And I don't know if I answered it or if someone else answered it in chat, or if you were just asking me if it was Spectra Football or if it was Spectra Basketball that I was talking about. And I don't know why I just now thought about that, but I did just now think about that. So, Greg, if you hit me up again with whatever that question was, I will see if I can answer it, if I know the answer. That's numbered to 100. Clay Matthews and the Packers. Boss Hogs. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it is O.J. Howard. What is it like? It's, I love Spectra. You've seen you've been in some of the Chronicles baseball breaks, right? This is Todd Gurley for the Rams. Rams are continuing to rack up the hits. That's numbered to 30. Nice 3-color patch there with a seam in it. So if you've been in some of the Chronicles baseball lately, there's been a lot of Spectra base cards in there. I mean, most of them are not signed, but a few of them are, and there are some that are relics. It's very similar to that. I mean, Spectra across all the brands, across football and basketball, and the way it shows up, of course, in baseball is in Chronicles. But the card design is very similar across all 3 brands. Pepper Johnson Iconic Ink for the Giants. Like, I don't know that I've ever pulled a Pepper Johnson anything, ever. But now I have. So now we have Pepper Johnson, don't we? Kareem Hunt, Kansas City Chiefs. Quad relic number 260. We've got to start a new little pile. Our other piles are getting to be too tall, I think. Finally, a Steeler showing up for us. Mason Rudolph. Of course, you guys are all like, hey, you had enough Steelers in the memorabilia. Mason Rudolph to 399. Trio of relics and the signature. That always makes Toby mad that I pull Steelers, because I think because I'm just, I'm also a Steelers fan, so I talk about the Steelers too. I don't think Toby's a Steelers fan, so he always he does not like it when Steelers memorabilia comes out. So I think it probably 2 of them coming out tonight out of Leaf jerseys. That was probably not making Toby very happy, is my guess. Ruben said the yellow and black is making him sick. Well, Ruben, man, you trolling me so hard tonight. But that's all right. That's all right. You don't have to love my Steelers. I understand. It's all good. But the Bumblebee jerseys, oh, I agree, Greg. The Bumblebee jerseys are the ugliest Steelers jerseys ever. I mean, they're horrible. I don't even know why they ever wore those jerseys. But yes, they are my least favorite Steelers jersey ever, the Bumblebee ones. However, when it's signed by Antonio Brown, like tonight's was, guess what? It's still worth a lot of money. Relatively speaking, comparatively speaking. Not like you're going to buy a house with it, but you know what I mean. This is for the Rams, and it is for the Rams. It is for the Cowboys, Bo Scarborough. I've got the Rams on the brain. Carson Wentz and the Eagles. Would have been nice if that had been signed, huh? It is numbered 260. 5 relics on that one. Be glad when Carson gets back on the field. That's numbered to 100. Kirk Cousins in a Vikings uniform. Boss Hogs Justin Watson for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And, oh, Greg, yes, they are, I'm sorry, I didn't answer you a second ago. Spectra, the cards are thick cards, yes. It is very much like what you have seen come out in Chronicles. It'll be a lot like that. Darius Geis again for the Redskins. That's numbered to 99. Big triple, or tricolor patch, I should say. A lot of Darius coming out tonight. Numbered to 100, it is Mitch Trubisky. Here is Mason Rudolph making a second appearance for the Steelers. Whoops, I got the wrong sleeve, didn't I? Let's try that again. And also numbered to 399, so a couple of Mason Rudolphs to 399 joined the party. I hope James Conner has a huge game too. First of all, I'm a James Conner fan. You know that kid has overcome so much, including cancer, and he has worked so hard. And in the off season, they said he just did a tremendous amount of work on his body and on everything, and that he really has had an excellent training period, and obviously his preseason was pretty good. I would love for that kid to just break out and be huge. I really hope that he does well. And who knows if Le'Veon's going to show up or not. You know, on the one hand, you figure, is he really going to walk away from $800,000 a week, $800,000 plus, to make whatever kind of point that he's making, which is that he's not getting paid enough anyway, and then he's going to just leave the money on the table? I don't know. Or maybe he shows up Saturday so late that he knows he's not going to play on Sunday, but he collects his check. I think he has to report by, what, 5 o'clock Saturday if he wants to get paid for week 1. I don't know. I personally, I think he may just hold out for longer. And if he does, I don't even care at this point. He may as well just go right on. Oh, what did you say about DraftKings? You said that that he's a bargain, not Le'Veon, but James Conner is a bargain on DraftKings right now. Is that what you said? Oh, well, that might be worth taking a look at then. Yeah, Ruben, I think that's what I heard too, that Carson wasn't going to be back for probably a month or so. I didn't really know it was an exact time frame, but I kind of had that general impression from, I don't know, either something I heard a talking head say or something I read, one or the other. LaDainian Tomlinson for the Chargers. That is numbered to 199. Panini Rewards Point, you know that replaced one of our hits, but at least it's 400 points, so that's the good news. And we are setting that aside because I'll give it out using random.org at the end of the break. Jaleel Scott, Ravens, to 399. Dan Marino, baby, for the Dolphins. Little Dan Marino relic to 199. Is that, that is game worn. Excellent. I like that. Always good to pull the game worn. Hey, we've got another one of one. And it is Austin, whose last name I cannot pronounce, for the Buffalo Bills. I know you want to hear me try to pronounce it, but you know that I cannot. So we're just going to call him Austin. Mark Walton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Somebody wanted a little Bengals mojo earlier. We're working our way towards the end, but we still have it for you. Numbered to 399. We're not sending you home empty-handed if you've got the Bengals tonight. Last box mojo time. You know how that works. We've got to collectively work our mojo and pull out the big, big hits. We want the big guns coming out, right? Buckeye for Fun says, finally. Randy, that's the one of one that you were calling for? You wanted a one of one for the Bills? Your printing plate, was that it for you? And you know what I forgot to mention about those printing plates? I kind of think that people know this, but every time I think that everybody knows it and I don't say it, I somehow find out otherwise. Printing plates are going to have all kinds of scratches and surface imperfections on them, more so on the back than the front. But that's because, of course, they were really used in the printing process. So they do not come out all minty mint and perfect and free of imperfections. So just be aware of that if one of the printing plates is headed to your house. That's a very thick stack right down there on the bottom. So maybe Last Box Mojo is going to deliver us something excellent. We'll find out when we get to that big thick pack and see. Hayden Hurst, Baltimore Ravens, to 399. A couple of base cards there as we work our way through to the end. Randy says, now you're looking for a Tom Brady. All right. That's numbered to 25. It's Demaryius Thomas for the Broncos. We have a redemption. Thought we were going to get the whole way through with no redemptions, but I was wrong. We have one. LaDainian Tomlinson coming out a second time for the Chargers. That is numbered to 199 as well. Base card for the Packers. And now this really super thick pack. Let's see what this is all about. It would lead me to think that it would be a really awesome relic, being as thick as it is, but we'll find out momentarily just how awesome it is. Covering Ground, Kareem Hunt. Insert. Deshaun Watson comes out for the Texans. And that is numbered to 20. So the Texans just had themselves a nice little hit there with Deshaun Watson. Here's our super thick card. It is Pat Mahomes and Kareem Hunt for the Kansas City Chiefs. Cleats. Okay, that's why it was so thick. Numbered to 99. Huh. Well, that's kind of cool. I can tell you this, it's not likely, well, I don't think it's probably likely to go in that sleeve that I have, at least not the ones that I have here sitting on the table. So I'm going to go to plan B. Hold on one moment here, because I don't want to leave Kareem and Pat just hanging out there. I'll see if I've got something else they fit in better later, but for now, that's going to work for them. What are you asking me there, Randy, on this card? For right now, that's just a team bag, like a literal team bag, which I very seldom use for anything because they're tiny. But that's what it's in for right now. And then if I have got a sleeve anywhere that it will fit in, I expect I could fit it in a top loader that I have. But the problem is the sleeves don't always fit those really thick cards. And you can't put it in the top loader without the sleeve because you can scratch up and damage the card, you know? So that's how that works. Okay. Our redemption is Rashad Penny. Imagine that, for the Seahawks. Because I don't guess he has signed anything all year. He's been a redemption in everything, Leaf and onward. Speaking of which, Leaf Trinity is coming next week. They moved the date up. Oh, man. I just thought about that. That's what else I was supposed to list Wednesday night because they moved the date up. Oh, see, this is what happens. Those dates change and they get me all messed up. Anyway, we need to roll back over here to the Panini website for a second because we need to verify our redemption here for this. So let me get Absolute up on the screen and running here. And what was our card set again on this? It is Rookie Premier Material Autographs. Rookie Premier Material Autographs. There we go. Did I bring you on the right page? Yes, good. Sometimes I forget and leave you. I move on to this page and I forget and leave you looking at the table. That's numbered, it's card number 168. It will be numbered to 399. You just mark that on here, and then we're going to recap what is coming next. Or what we've already opened. It's not what's coming. The recap is coming next. I'll get it out in a minute. One of those days. Oh, no. Not yet. This. We got to give this away. 400 Panini Rewards points. We're not quite ready to recap. One more little bit of housekeeping. So, of course, I'm just copying the list of all 32 teams here. And we're going to run back over here and put it into random.org. Whereby I will hit random one single time. The first team that comes out, or the team in the number one position after I hit randomize, is going to get those 400 rewards points on that card. So just scrolling through so you can see that all of our teams are in there. Everything got pasted, copied and pasted as it should have. Good luck to everyone, and here we go. Comes out for the Falcons. So Atlanta with our 400 points. Let me get you switched back to me. Now we can recap. All right. Nicholas, you're out of here? All right, man. Well, come see us again Sunday. We're opening more Absolute on Sunday. Actually, you should 2011 if you're interested in it. We've got 2011 Crown Royal tomorrow night, which frankly, I think is going to be a blast. We haven't opened it in a while, but we're going to do a full case of it tomorrow night. So I think that'll be fun. But anyway, all right, guys, let's recap. We have a 400 points card going to the Falcons, a redemption for Rashad Penny and the Seahawks. Our super thick cleat combos card here that is numbered to 99 for the Kansas City Chiefs. And if I've got a sleeve that'll fit it, then it will go in a top loader. If I don't, I have another way that I ship booklets and things that won't go in something else, and it'll still arrive safe and sound, but it would stay in that if I don't have a sleeve that fits it. Just FYI for anyone who is interested in that sort of thing. Deshaun Watson to 20 for the Texans. Moving into our next little stack. There's a lot of hits in here. Dalvin Cook, Jamon Moore, a 1-of-1 printing plate for the Bills. The Redskins hit the Broncos. There is the very nice Baker Mayfield for the Browns. Chargers, the Rams, the Carolina Panthers. Kerryon Johnson and the Lions. The Eagles hit with Nelson Aguilar, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Browns again. That is Nick Chubb with that Brown. That Cleveland Brown. Let me get some of these put over out of the way so we can move on to the next little stack. LT again for the Chargers. Buccaneers. Iconic ink for the Giants. The Rams one more time. The Buccaneers with O.J. Howard. A Seahawk. The Colts. Cowboys. Luke Falk and the Titans. Jared Goff for the Rams. We have Bo Scarborough and the Cowboys. The Vikings, the Rams, some iconic ink for the Rams, which I do like that hit a lot. Another printing plate. That is a 1-of-1 Carson Wentz for the Eagles. The Bengals managed to get a hit out, and we had a third hit for the Browns with Corey Coleman. The Colts, the Redskins, the Vikings, the Redskins, the Dolphins. There's a lot of Darius Geis in here. A surprising amount of Darius Geis in here, really. Sterling Shepard, that is a nice low number to 10 for the Giants. Sam Darnold and the Jets. Corey Davis and the Titans. We started things off with Josh Rosen and the Cardinals. That was a nice hit as well, 365. I had almost forgotten that we hit that. It was so far back. Hayden Hurst for the Ravens. Dan Marino, Dolphins. Jaleel Scott, Ravens. Tomlinson again for the Chargers. Here's Mason Rudolph to 399. Carson Wentz for the Eagles. Bo Scarborough again. Mason Rudolph again. And for the Kansas City Chiefs, it's Kareem Hunt, numbered to 60. So that has our recap all finished up for tonight as well. I will put up spreadsheet information one more time in case anyone missed any of it or you want to see it again for whatever the reason might be. Let me get that, let's get switched back over to that. So, of course, we started out with the Leaf autograph football jerseys. That was our first break of the evening. Then following that, we did Vanguard basketball. That's the one where Ruben, I had to add you in there on a couple of teams as the second chance. You picked up a couple of unpaid teams, so thank you for that. Then Absolute Football, still glowing where I copied and pasted our teams. Absolute Football, of course, is what we just finished up there. The shipping schedule for everything, the free shipping break, which was the jerseys, probably going to get out the door before this, but projected for Thursday and may get out to you sooner than that. And, of course, the paid shipping breaks projected for Tuesday, and if I can get it out faster than that, I will. Consolation cards, if you were in one of the paid breaks, your consolation card would ship with the rest of the break as normal. If you're in the free shipping break, I typically hang on to your consolation cards until the next time you do have a hit, whether it's a card or an item, and then I gather them all up and send them at once. I track it for a rolling 90 days. If you want it sent to you sooner than that, you don't want to wait until the next time you have a hit, just hit me up on eBay and let me know, and I'll get you taken care of there with no worries. Coming up in the days ahead, tomorrow night we're going to do an autographed baseball jersey, a half case of our Gold Rush autograph mini football helmets, a couple more boxes of 2007 Upper Deck Premier, and a full case of 2011 Crown Royal football. Sunday will be an autographed baseball bat, which does have some new signers in it, including Andujar and Vlad Guerrero Jr. and some new signers for Hit Parade. We'll also open a half case of 2011 Prime Signatures and a second case of Absolute Football. On Monday night, we'll open a triple play baseball box. We're going to try a 4th and goal football box. It's got 4 autographed items in it, a full-size helmet, a mini helmet, a jersey, and a picture, all in one box. So it should be interesting to see how they have all that fit inside that one box, but I guess we'll be finding out on Monday night. We'll also open a case of Leaf History of Baseball cut signature that is listed first letter of the last name. So it's not listed by teams. It is listed by first letter of last name. We'll open a half case of Luminaries Baseball and the final case, the 5th and final case I have of Origins Football, all on Monday night. On Tuesday, it is another autographed baseball jersey. We'll open the back half of the Leaf autographed football jerseys. The case we started tonight will finish on Tuesday night. Another half case of Luminaries Baseball and a 3rd case of Absolute Football. Wednesday, we'll open a full-size football helmet, a full case of Spectra Football, which comes out on Wednesday, and a full case of High Tech Baseball, which also comes out on Wednesday. And there, of course, my note about feedback and a thank you that we started out with tonight for the break. And then last but not least, if you're interested in this break selling directly by way of chat and messages, we're going to open a box of Leaf Greatest Hits Baseball. I'm going to have as a break bonus the autographed Ahmed Rosario baseball bat. One team will get awarded that using random.org. It's $50 a spot. Each spot gets you 2 teams. So basically it's $25 a team, but I'm selling it as in 2 team sets, right? So we don't have to fill it with 30 people. We're going to fill it with 15 people. Shipping costs are included, so that price is all in. We're going to break it when we fill it. No consolation cards for that break, so it's one if you pull nothing, you get nothing kind of thing. And of course, as with any break, it is a no return, no refund sort of deal. If you're interested in jumping into Leaf Greatest Hits Baseball, just shoot me a message on eBay and let me know, and we'll get you taken care of. And I guess that's got us finished up for this evening. We are all done. I got lots of stuff to get into top loaders and get sorted and things, so I'm going to jump off and get busy with that. Thanks once again, everyone, for joining me tonight. Have a great rest of your weekend, and of course, I'll be back at it tomorrow night. So we'll see you then. Bye now.